We're just going to take a quick look to see where John Piper fits in here. Is he a Bible-believing preacher or an apostate teacher? The main goal of the Catholic Alexandrian system is for you to question the Word of God and what God said. That can be traced all the way back to Genesis and the Garden of Eden, when the serpent said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said? Well, nothing much has changed since then till now. We still have and always have had the Yea, hath God said system. And it's right now manifested in this Catholic Alexandrian cult. Over 80 different Bible versions in common use today, all contradicting one another, all holding separate copyrights. It's all about money. And even the corrupt New World Translation used by the Jehovah's Witnesses comes from the same line. So anyways, we're going to take a quick look at John Piper. And since we cannot call him up and sit down with him for coffee and ask him some direct questions, he's pretty much untouchable. We'll have to look at what's available online on his website for information. So let's take a look at what's available online on John Piper. There he is, John Piper, age 72, getting there. It's also interesting to note that he is a graduate of the Fuller Theological Seminary. And it's at these seminaries and Bible colleges that introduce Alexandrian textual criticism, which is classic, Yea, hath God said. They question the Word of God. They don't believe in the Word of God, in the perfect preserved Word of God. And also he is a big fan of C.S. Lewis. And if you study this guy, he is a Catholic, he's apostate, he was a lost man, thinking he was saved. He had a spirit of error about him. But anyways, that's John Piper. So let's take a look at his website, his actual website. Desiring God. And right away you're greeted with a rock concert. This is really popular in the Catholic Alexandrian system, rock concerts with all the stage lights. It's all about emotions and appeasing the flesh. It's really appealing to the fallen flesh. And of course we have always the ever-present donate button. So I did look through his website quickly earlier, and I could not find like a statement of faith or anything. So we can't really look at that. So let's look at his bookstore. Let's see what's available in his bookstore. Now, do you think that we could find a King James Bible available in his bookstore? Well, I looked already. It's absolutely not available. It's completely void of the Word of God, his bookstore. And also what I found surprising is his bookstore doesn't even offer an Alexandrian Catholic perversion Bible. That's how little reverence John has for the Word of God. He does have, however, book after book, over 150 books of works of men, mostly by John Piper, but other authors as well. But not a single Bible, not even a modern perversion that he uses. John Piper is an ESV man. the English Standard Version, but he's pretty much for almost any modern translation. It's all up to you what you prefer. So, but book after book, it's all about making money, selling these books. There's studies and books of all kinds, just massive amounts of books. So, but yeah, not even any Bible available that I could see. Just books by John. So, anyways, that's completely void of the truth, void of the gospel, and void of the true Jesus Christ. Because these Alexandrians, by using the corrupt modern translations, bring in another Jesus Christ that's not the Jesus Christ of the King James Bible. Absolutely not. So let's take a look at something else here quickly. How about try topics? And he has topic after topic, and it's all the thoughts of men, the private interpretations of men. But the closest thing I could find was regarding the Bible at all was this little biblical studies here. And we're going to click on, let's try inspiration and inerrancy of the Bible. And also, this is what Alexandrians always do. They always say the Bible, inerrancy of the Bible. Well, John Piper, which Bible are you talking about? Which is inerrant? 80 different versions, all contradicting one another? What a deceiver. But anyways, click on that. We see, can we skip the parts of the New Testament not in the original manuscripts? This is so deceiving. And Piper, you are such a liar when you say this. The original manuscripts do not exist. They have been dust for centuries, probably for 1800 years. So when he says the original manuscripts, he wants you to believe that he has somehow access to the originals. What a liar. That's so untrue. But let's look at maybe just a couple other things here. Another thing they do is they do hold the scriptures in high regard. They speak high of it, but it's always in the general term, the Bible, the Bible. But he doesn't tell you that the Bible is the King James Bible and the rest are not. They are counterfeits. And he has a whole section here, quotes from C.S. Lewis. He'll quote C.S. Lewis, but he won't quote the King James Bible. How is the Bible without error? This is done by another speaker, author, I suppose. But how is the Bible without error? They'll probably tell you, well, in the original manuscripts, they are without error. But they will never tell you the King James Bible is without error. They'll never say that because they don't believe it. In fact, they loathe the King James Bible. They absolutely loathe it. And this goes on and on. 2 birthdays and biblical inerrancy. See, they talk really highly of the Bible. It's inerrant and it's inspired. But if you pin them down and ask them, which version are you talking about? They cannot give you an answer. They cannot point you to a perfect Word of God. And it's that perfect Word of God by which the gospel is preached unto you, whereby you must be saved. They can't point you to that. They're liars and deceivers. Is it possible to believe the Bible is inerrant if you don't have faith? You pipsqueak piper, is it possible to believe the Bible is inerrant? Well, if you believe in that, then you cannot believe that the Bible is inerrant. You absolutely cannot. Otherwise, you're a liar and a deceiver, Piper. What are you talking about? You're talking about the original manuscripts? There's these. These are not original manuscripts. These are old manuscripts that were used as a basis for all these translations. They're not originals. They're copies, and very corrupt copies. The Vaticanus is owned by the Vatican. That should cause great concern. And the other one, and these two contradict each other in thousands of places. Word contradiction, verse contradictions. It is one messed up line of manuscripts which lead up to all these different Bible versions which cause confusion and bring in a spirit of error. The Bible mentions that spirit of error by name. And that's what you have here. Spirit of error, spirit of it's doubt, it's confusion, it's not of the Lord. Okay. Why I trust the scriptures. Oh boy. Why I trust the scriptures. Well, again here, which scriptures are you trusting, John? It's so frustrating. So typical of these Alexandrians. Why we believe the Bible. See, the Bible. Which version, John Piper, do you believe in? Why we believe the Bible. It's on and on, sessions after sessions. Anyways, that's pretty much, this whole website is like that. And it's pretty typical of all Alexandrians to have a website like this. They talk highly of the Bible, but they don't even believe that there is a perfect Word of God. They have themselves replaced the perfect Word of God and set themselves above the Word of God. So in other words, we don't have a perfect Bible. You have to come to me to know the truth, because I went to seminary. Anyways, just really, really vexing and interesting to study these guys, to see, are they Bible-believing Christians? Or are they something else? Are they of this Catholic Alexandrian system where they've eliminated the Word of God and set themselves up as the authority in the congregation? Anyways, thank you very much for listening. God bless.